Earlier this past week, Griffon linebacker Sean Widers guaranteed an interception against Pittsburgh State during a radio interview. In the second quarter against Pitt State, he made good on the promise.
Pass intercepted by Sean Widers. I told you I was going to get a pick. I told you.
I don't know, I called it earlier in the week. I'm happy it came out from me. But
no predictions or guarantees from Widers for Northwest, just determination.
kind of like, beating up the bully on the block finally. It's getting that burden off of us. I mean, it is. They beat us every year.
Meanwhile, the Griffons going indoors to prepare for the Bearcats and their fans this week. Western doing a little crowd simulation for practice, trying to get used to the noise level that will come along with this rivalry road game at Northwest.
It helps. Yeah, it helps. Like, it kind of makes you focus harder, actually, which does its job. So it's just annoying.
I think that'll be a pretty good preparation tool for us, but at the same time, it's pretty annoying when you're standing down there in your corner the whole time.
It is going to be difficult. Northwest, I mean, they're not the MIAA champs and defending National 2 champs for a reason. So, they're a good ball club. They play physical. They come and hit you. And, we got to protect the ball. And if we can do that, I think we have an opportunity to win.
For us to win, I'm going to say we're going to have to go 100% every play each down like it's our last. The D-line going to have to fit in our assigned gaps. The linebackers going to have to fit, and the secondary is just going to have to cover. Don't let nothing get over the top of them. Everything should be good.
They're the national champions of Division II football, and we know that. I mean, we're going to have the toughest game of our schedule, period, on this game. I mean, this is as big as it gets in our eyes, and it's going to be exciting to play up there in front of that sort of crowd and that sort of hostile magnitude. But I'm really looking forward to getting that opportunity, and I know my teammates are as well.
Welcome back to GSI. Two top-ranked teams in the nation, 42 miles of separation. They meet again on Saturday, Missouri Western and Northwest.
Northwest Missouri State comes into the football game 2-1. They're ranked number 7 in the country. And Coach P, you say every week the game we're playing is the biggest game that week. And obviously this week with the Bearcats on the horizon, obviously it is the biggest game. But this game just means a little more because of the rivalry, doesn't it?
It is the biggest game this week. There's no doubt it means more to everybody around here, that's for sure. And, again, we're 4-0 and things are going good, but I just think there's still that, well, we'll wait and see mentality about how we do against these guys. And they're the measuring stick. I think that you get in this business to see how good you can be, and this is the measuring stick. They're the best, and they've proven they're the best. And until someone knocks them off the hill, then they're going to be the best. 39 straight conference games they've won. How do you beat them up there? Well, I've been around for a long time. And about a decade ago is when they had the similar streak. I thought they'll never have a streak like this again. They're doing it again, and it's just an amazing tribute to what they've done as a coaching staff, because that's what's been stayed the same is that coaching staff, and especially Coach Churchman and Scott Bostwick. How are we going to beat them? I don't know that yet. I mean, we're still working on it, and we're going to have to take some great plays by us, and we're going to have some fortune, and they're going to have to make some mistakes on their side of the ball. When you look at Northwest offensively, to be successful, it starts with a quarterback. You got to have a good one, and they do in Blake Bowles. And looking at that game 2 years ago up there, Joel Osborne was still the starter, and Bowles a couple of packages in that game. He primarily was just a running quarterback in that time, and a running quarterback in 08 has now thrown 54 touchdown passes over the last 2 years. What does Bowles present for us? Well, I think that was who he was as a couple years ago. He was an electric kind of come in there and change the pace runner kind of thing. He was the wildcat kind of thing, and he's really made a conscious effort to throw the football, and almost to the point I don't want to run the ball. And he's throwing the ball well. He's got a lot of receivers that make a lot of plays, but I think Bowles is the one that makes them go. I believe in our quarterback, Drew Newhart. I wouldn't trade him for Blake Bowles. I believe in him, and I'm sure Mel Churchman would say the same thing. Offensively, Northwest for the last 6 years has always had great running backs. Xavier Oman for 4 years, 2 years LaRon Council. Now this year a little bit different look, kind of a 3-man rotation. Well, these kids are good players. The Creason kid plays hard. Jordan Simmons is a very electric athlete. I mean, they got some guys that can do some things, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that tight end Baker get the ball and hand him the ball, let him run too. So they've just got a lot of weapons. They're like us. Sometimes there's not enough footballs to go around. +9 in the turnover margin you are this year. You've done a great job of taking care of the football and taking away the football. Last year's game against Northwest, you turn it over 7 times and only lose by 14. Just talk about how key that's going to be this year. Well, I actually wrote down on my practice plan today, just talking about three big areas that I think are important. I think we're going to have to control the line of scrimmage. I think every time we play these guys, they dominate the line of scrimmage. Their D-line, we talk about Bowles, but their D-line is kind of the spark of their whole football team. They're so physical, and they're big, and they run well, and they control the line of scrimmage every time they play, and it makes it easier on those back seven kids. And we cannot let them collapse our pocket and hit Drew. We've got to be able to establish and run a game, get it done. Turnovers, we got to take care of the football. It's like you said, we have to take care of the football. We didn't last year against them. We haven't really this year either. We haven't had a lot of turnovers, but we've also given people chances to get turnovers. They haven't taken them. And then we've got to stop the big play on D. We cannot give up the big pass plays to Soy and mental mistakes in the running game that occur at times.
Defensively, our secondary has been pretty good so far to this point. And last year, when you look at what Northwest did in St. Joe, Jake Soy, 9 catches, 142 yards. Tyler Shaw, speed threat down the middle, and now with the tight end. How do you like our matchups in the secondary?
I don't like them. I like our players, but I mean, I just do not play these guys. They're good. I mean, they got talent, and so we're going to have to play very well in that back end. We've done well so far, and we got to keep it up.
Talk about why you've played so well up there in the past. You haven't beaten Northwest since 2003. You beat them here, but the last couple games you've gone up to Maryville. It's been a barn burner. Why have you played so well in that atmosphere?
I think our kids get up for it. I think our school gets up for it, and I don't have to hype it at all. Our kids just, most games we go out there and there's 4,000, 5,000 people in the stands, and the whole hum, it's another opponent, and I think I got to get our kids motivated. This one here, you don't have to motivate. This is a big-time atmosphere, and our kids get fired up and play. And we've got good players, and they get motivated to play against these guys. And 2001 was the last time we won up there. Great atmosphere, we won. We didn't play there for a couple years in a row. Then 04, they just absolutely spanked us. And then 06, we had a playoff team. We were a good football team. We went up there and lost. That's why we played them good. We were good. And they beat us by a field goal. And then 2 years ago, we really struggled for a stretch there, but we were a better team than our record allowed, but we played well and lost in the end.
From an injury standpoint, Adam Clausen got a little dinged up last week. Brad Beckwith only kicked extra points and field goals last week. Update us what you can on the injury situation.
Beckwith is going to be full go and do everything. Still punting, we don't know yet. But I think we feel pretty good about it. And then Adam Clausen is taking a huge positive upswing, and he looks good. He's hoping to practice here the next couple of days.
What do you think it would mean to you to get 100th win in Maryville? You got 99 right now.
It is a number, right? I mean, it does mean that for a good stretch of time, I've coached long enough to get that many wins, but this is more about these kids, and I certainly don't want it to be about me. It's about these seniors that deserve to win, and they deserve to beat Northwest. And they've played hard. I won it for the Junior NEWHARTs and the Sean Widers and the Dre Williamses and the Thomas Hodgeses, and I go all the way through them. And Andrew Mead, and they deserve to win. And I hope they play at their level they can play at, and they will have a chance to win.
It's Jerry Partridge. Good luck on Saturday to you.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck. See you in Maryville.
Yep. It's Western Northwest this Saturday at 2 o'clock. And coming up on GSI, Griffon volleyball winning respect, Griffon soccer fighting frustration, plus elite ghosts of Griffon's past return to close the final chapter on storied careers. Meet the 2010 Western Hall of Fame class when we come back.